Take a moment. Imagine getting a small cut on your hand today. You wash it, maybe put a bandage on, and then you move on with your life. But just 100 years ago, that tiny cut could kill you. Now, take a slow breath, because this story is about humanity's greatest turning point. The moment we finally fought back against the invisible enemy. The discovery of antibiotics. New Moon * Part 1, The World Before Antibiotics. Short pause, soft tone. There was a time when the world was truly dangerous. A mother giving birth risked her life every single time. Soldiers weren't dying from bullets. They were dying from infections. Children were lost to simple sore throats. Doctors feared one word more than anything else: infection. And the truth is, there was nothing they could do. Nothing at all. Diseases we treat casually today, pneumonia, meningitis, tuberculosis, were once death sentences. Humanity was at the mercy of a microscopic enemy. Part 2, 1928, A Mistake That Saved the World. Soft inhale, transition. The year is 1928. London. A cluttered laboratory. A scientist returns from vacation, Alexander Fleming. He begins examining his petri dishes. Then he notices something strange. One of the dishes is contaminated with mold. Normally, you'd throw it away. But Fleming's eyes catch a detail. Bacteria near the mold were dead, while the ones farther away were still growing. Fleming freezes. He looks closer, and he whispers the sentence that changed history. This is something unusual. The mold was Penicillium notatum, and Fleming realized it produced a substance that killed bacteria. He named it penicillin. But this isn't the end. Actually, it's not even the beginning. Fleming's discovery was brilliant, but the substance was unstable, fragile, and nearly impossible to produce in large amounts. So the world took note, but moved on, until 3 men, decades later, decided to finish what Fleming started. Part 3, The Real Miracle, Florey, Chain and Heatley. Deeper breath, faster rhythm. Oxford University. 1938. 3 scientists rediscover Fleming's forgotten paper. Howard Florey, Ernst Chain, Norman Heatley. They decide to turn penicillin into a real medicine. And this is where the real battle begins. Purifying penicillin. Extremely difficult. Producing enough to treat a human. Almost impossible. But Heatley is relentless. He improvises equipment, modifies machinery, designs new methods. Anything to push the project forward. Then comes the first human trial. A police officer dying from a severe infection. They give him penicillin. And miraculously, he starts to recover. The world holds its breath. Then disaster strikes. They run out of penicillin. Every last drop. And the man dies. A heartbreaking ending, but also a message to humanity. We must produce penicillin. We must produce a lot of it. * Part 4, World War II and the Rise of Mass Production. Stronger tone, increasing tempo. Then war erupts. Millions of soldiers are at risk. The biggest killer is not bombs, but infection. The United States steps in. Companies like Pfizer build enormous fermentation tanks, and production skyrockets. By the time of the Normandy landings, every soldier carries penicillin. And the result? Death from infection drops from 30% to 3%. It was nothing short of a miracle. Part 5. How antibiotics transformed the world. Slow down, emphasize. Today, modern medicine exists because antibiotics exist. Without them, surgeries would be deadly. Childbirth would be life-threatening. Minor wounds could become fatal. Global population would be drastically smaller. Life expectancy would be decades shorter. Penicillin isn't just a drug. It is one of humanity's greatest breakthroughs. A turning point. From helplessness to hope. Part 6. The dark side, antibiotic resistance. Dramatic tone, sharp pauses. But every miracle has a shadow. Overuse of antibiotics. Misuse in medicine. And uncontrolled use in agriculture has made bacteria evolve. They are learning. They are adapting. And scientists warn us, we may return to a post-antibiotic era. A world where simple infections are deadly again. A world where modern medicine collapses. This is humanity's next great battle. Part 7. Final words. Slow, warm, reflective. The story of antibiotics teaches us one thing. Sometimes a discovery doesn't just change science. It saves an entire species. Sometimes a miracle begins with an accident. A moldy dish. A curious mind. Fleming, Florey, Chain, Heatley. These people didn't just save lives. They saved the future. Today, every breath we take, every recovery we witness, every infection that no longer terrifies us, exists because of them. This is the story of the day humanity defeated darkness. The day we fought back. The day we survived.